Yeah, baby. Welcome to Saturday Night Pregame Podcast. Pinkies up, boys. Pinkies up.
I feel like that was about to start like the ludicrous Austin Powers, like, woo, bum, 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 bum.
I don't remember this part. Chris?
No.
Come on.
It's like the theme song of Austin Powers.
You guys was it really?
Yeah.
Do you remember that too?
Yeah, it's like Luda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which one was he in? He was
It wasn't in the movie, it was just a song.
It was a song. I think it was a song for the second one.
I remember the one with Britney Spears.
It's like, it does like the horns.
That's when she wasn't crazy looking.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like the 60s horn sounds like doot, doot, doot,
Yeah.
doot, and then like Luda just drops in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that one. But
I don't remember the second one all that
Get
well.
on the YouTubies and look it up later and get back to this next podcast.
I love the only song I know of Luda was the one at the where he's at the where in one of his lyrics is at the Georgia 30 bird 50-yard line.
The Georgia Dome.
You
Yeah.
really messed that line up, man.
Well, I was close enough.
Not even really.
I was close enough.
The Georgia Dome's not even there anymore.
I know it isn't. That's what I think about when I hear that line
Do you
nowadays.
think he goes to where the spot what used to be and does it there then?
Does he do any music anymore, or is he's made so much money?
He does a commercial for Jif now.
Yeah.
Really?
Peanut butter, yeah.
It slows his flow down.
Yeah. His like hair's like really like this like really short thing, and then all of a sudden they like CGI it or whatever, and it's just like really long.
They can't like he doesn't make sense. Like the way he's talking doesn't work. So he puts some peanut butter in his mouth and he slows down his flow and you can understand him.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
I really.
I guess he's not getting enough from the Fast and Furious movies. Huh?
I was gonna say, dude. There are so many random. Me and Chris were kind of talking about this. All the people who are doing commercials now, like like big actors doing commercials.
The pandemic's been hurting these guys in the pocketbook, baby.
That's gotta be it, right?
Also, they used to do all these types of commercials in China and Japan and get paid tons of money to do it, but it never made it to the States. So you can look up like very famous celebrities in Japanese and Chinese ads, and it's ridiculous.
Really?
Yep. Tommy Lee Jones has done a bunch, and he's like the straight
Bunch
face
of Trojan
dude, but it's
commercials
absolutely wild and bonkers.
Does
Like,
he actually say it in Mandarin? Or
No,
whatever?
he'll mouth it, and then they'll
I just
throw
think of
something
Will
over.
Ferrell in Talladega Nights where he's like, no, penis candy.
If you don't chew Big Red.
Yeah.
Brief you.
What is it? Dennis Rodman's in like the Planet Fitness commercial.
Yes!
It blew my mind.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yes, he's at the end of the commercial was like, great workout. He's like, yeah, it was good. I'm like, what? I'm like, that was Dennis Rodman. And they have that other lady from 30 Rock. The Jenna lady's in that commercial. She's on a treadmill. I'm like, how is Planet Fitness?
Is this
That
the
must
blonde
be right.
lady?
They must be.
Yeah, the blonde lady.
She's been doing commercials a long time.
What if you're a comedian, like a struggling comedian, and what you used to make your bread and butter was those little one-off, like Taco Bell?
Yeah, like Daniel Tosh did Taco Bell commercials
yeah,
first.
or
Tom Segura for
yes.
Subway.
Ari Shaffir.
I was going to say
Yes.
Steve Carell for Brown's Chicken.
Brown's Chicken.
That's such a good one.
That is. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and now you're getting beat out by main like top tier actors. It's
Tom Hanks is
insane.
actually going to do it for half the price. What?
Yeah. But
Tom.
are they bored or do they need the money?
Forrest Gump money running out? What's going on here?
I wonder if it's because
It's
now
all the legal fees for his son.
it's more allowed in a way. Like if you
Oh,
were a
because, yes,
superstar, you had to do
yeah.
only top tier things, and if you went, they're almost like, oh, this is cheap because now they're doing this, and
or
almost
it's like
cheapen it somehow.
it's very easy and it's easy cash.
That's all. Yeah.
It's got to be it too.
Oh yeah.
But if you get signed onto a big campaign, it's a lot of money. Like if you're if you're John Cena and you're doing Experian or you're doing the
Hefty.
or the almond, not almonds,
Pistachios.
pistachios, yeah. And you're a long term.
He's the elephant in that, right?
Yeah.
You got Sam Jackson doing Capital One commercials forever now?
Oh yeah, he's been doing it forever. Do you guys know Hassan Minhaj, the guy on Netflix?
No.
No.
He used to
Enlighten me,
have this,
Joseph. Enlighten me.
He used to have this really good show on Netflix where he would talk about stuff almost like John Oliver.
Oh yes,
Okay,
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I know that.
sorry, yes.
I know the show.
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
so that guy,
Yeah.
he said he did a Pizza Hut commercial and it paid for his college. Like it just became so popular. They ran it so much.
Yeah. If you're one of those, yep.
Yep, and he was able to pay for college with the money he made from that commercial because they ran it so much.
A comedian, John Reep, REEP. He was the.
I think he would have changed that.
He was the. You got a hammy in there, like when they used to Chevy used to, or Ford or Chevy.
No, I think it was Dodge, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dodge. You got the
yeah.
Hemi guy, and he made bank, and that was his first ever commercial.
That's wild.
Insane.
Think about the discount double check guy. Probably made some good money in that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Rogers!
Exactly.
Yeah, what is he doing nowadays?
Reaping in the benefits.
He's counting that discount double check
that-
money is what he's doing.
Yeah. Living
Well,
that high
off
life
that
money.
for sure, but how long does that last, you think?
Maybe he's living in Wisconsin probably a long time.
Yeah, maybe not so bad, huh?
I mean, he's a Rogers fan, so
Who cares?
yeah.
He's probably got COVID.
Screw him.
Is Rodgers, has he made a decision?
No.
No, I thought he was getting close. I thought
He's going to take his talents to Tom Brady's house and decide.
He's going to replace Tom Brady in Tampa Bay and show Tom Brady what he could really do with Tampa Bay.
Here's the thing.
half the
I mean,
team.
there's been a lot going on this weekend in sports. We got Super Bowl. We got the Super Bowl teams, Cincinnati and Joe's.
The Joe Rogan.
What a call out. You're welcome, America. You're welcome.
Cincinnati, you are welcome.
Yes.
Public school students in Cincinnati could thank me, Joe
Yeah.
Corneli here for that day off.
I remember. I even listened back to
Yeah.
it. It's like I said it, and Peters pauses for a minute, and he's like, "All right, we're moving on from this," and just completely addresses another sports.
I
thing.
believe he said,
Yeah.
Joe, the point of this is to make them money.
Yeah.
And then we immediately moved on.
And there goes the Joe C. Lock of the Century of the
Yeah.
Week on that pick.
Oh, but that does remind me. Somebody owes me a shot pad.
I do.
Whoa.
Now, you know, as a man of his word, I last week had the shot ready, and I
Yeah.
poured it right away. You, again here, seem to be more...
Well, you get to choose a shot.
Oh, dangerous.
Okay. Do you want that?
No, I don't want to do the shot at all. But
Okay, so I get to choose.
those are the rules, though.
Okay.
I think you should wait for next week and bring the Jaeger coffee and make him take the Jaeger coffee shot. The look on Pat Lynch's face
That's like this.
was like disgust,
He's like-
sickness, and
I can
fear.
see the gears going through his mind. He
Here's-
goes,
here's-
you know, the liquor I have here, not too bad. Like, even if I have to do something bad, it's not going to be terrible. And then he's like, Chris opens his big fat mouth. He's like, God damn
So
it.
close to
God damn
Are
it.
we past 15 minutes yet?
No, we're only
Not
at
even
7.
I'm going to refrain from my
Yeah.
nonsense for now.
What was I going to say?
So I don't get another one on top of it.
Yeah.
If I could give you, so last night we went out for dinner, and dinner was fine. It was a good time. I got this German Haifa or Weizen beer. It was actually pretty good, but it was like 10%.
Oh, I was reading this chart. Yeah.
It's like 10%.
Mhm.
And
Where was that at?
Pork and something.
Okay.
It's right if you take Irving down right before the cemetery. On the left, there's like a restaurant.
Pork and Mindy's?
No, no, it's Pork and something. And
It's not the place we went to next to the Sizzler, is it?
The Sizzler.
Is that what it's called?
There ain't no Sizzlers here.
What is the name of that sandwich?
You're thinking of the grill. He's talking about the place where the slingers at.
Slinger.
Oh yes, the
Sorry,
Slinger.
Slinger, not Sizzler.
No, you keep going down. It's right.
Okay.
You know where it's actually Irving and Clark, like right before Irving
Oh,
and Clark.
okay.
And so their thing is like after your meal, like as a dessert, like to like clean your palate, they give you limoncello.
Mm-hmm.
Digestive.
Yeah, and they're like, "Would you like 2 free ones?" And Lauren's like, "Yeah, we'll take 2." And in my head, I'm thinking like, "You mother, I know I'm have to take both these." So she's like, "I'll just sip it." So the guy, so
Like a fine wine.
we take our shot because he took one with us. We took our shots.
They're in like shot glasses.
Shot
aren't they?
glasses,
They're meant to be-
huge
Okay.
shot glasses.
Okay.
I remember I literally put the shot glass down and I sat there. I
We're
contemplated
talking
life.
Michigan level shot glasses
Oh,
here.
Joe, and it's like it was Windex is what I just had taken.
Yeah.
They do help. They do settle your stomach, though.
Yeah, Pat.
Not before
that
having
was
to
an
gag
issue.
and possibly
That was an
throw up
issue.
in that
My
moment.
life literally flashed before my eyes. I sat there and thought, I'm like, I literally put my head down. I was like, what? I don't even know what I just took. It was insane. My whole body shook.
Roofie colada could have been, you know.
And then so Lauren takes 2 sips and she's like, and the guy's like watching us like, oh, you guys, because like the owner said, it was like, oh, you like the limoncello? And I'm like,
Right there.
yeah. I'm like, thanks, just give me your Lauren. Oh, it was the worst. If I could give you that right now, I would be the happiest person in the world.
Thanks.
And on that note, thank you for joining us here on another
Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it.
cold. I'm so tired of the cold. I hate winter. This week has been miserable. We'll get into that. But cold Saturday night in Chicago. I got so many good things.
Frigid.
I can't wait. There's so many good things about this week and weather-wise that it's stupidity and funniness. But thank you for joining us here. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Podcast SMP. We're on the YouTube, so please subscribe, like. That would help us a lot. We're still
On the road to 1,000 people joining the YouTubes.
We're getting our listens up. I don't know who is slamming the listen button, but I appreciate that. And
Pepsi over there.
Yeah, Pepsi doing a good job, buddy.
Doing
Oh,
the
and
Lord's
Pepsi! But then 9 out of time. How you doing? You want to get a word in here? Good. We didn't want you here anyways. You can email us at the S&P podcast at gmail.com. We're proudly presented to you by DLM Tax and Accounting. This is the time to get your taxes in order. You're seeing all those TurboTax and all that shenanigans. You want a real tax accountant, look up dlmtax.com, or you can reach them at admin@dlmholdings.net.
Well, man, that's enough of the business now.
My man.
Way to go, Chris. Way to bring it back full circle.
He will not remember that tomorrow.
So we got on the table, again, we're almost done. We got one more week of the German beers.
Yep.
There's also a whole other crate down there of German beers.
Why?
Joe bought them.
What are these?
You bought like the Spartan variety pack and the advent calendar.
Oh, okay. We'll work through that. Dude, I went to a brewery last night.
I didn't walk away from it.
I'm not even kidding you. I was at the bar last night, and they had a list of German beers, and I was like, I was like, you could just keep this. And you can burn it. I don't want another German beer.
Burn it!
Yes.
So like we have all these German beers.
No. I've had my fill of German beers.
What do you have that's light?
Yeah,
Light.
yes.
Oh, man.
Can a man get a light beer right now? So we'll definitely go through
Think
these.
like anything in the category of Miller Lite would be great.
And then Joe is an absolute doll and made us these wonderful Irish coffees. What whiskey we got in these, Joe?
So we got Tullamore Dew. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I've had that whiskey. It's not good. And you're right. But this week I was in Ireland and I drove through the town and I thought, let's do some Irish coffees.
I clearly misread that bottle. I thought it was a Bushmilk bottle.
Pat, I'll be honest. Maybe.
I thought I read it wrong. Maybe I spread it wrong.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll take a look at it.
I know that you were in Ireland for not fun reasons, but did you like see anything fun?
I didn't really
or
get
was it
to
just all family?
see anything. It was, I'll tell you what, they do funerals very different out there, man.
Yeah.
So I hadn't been there in 10 years. My dad hadn't been there in 20 years. Almost
wow.
it was like 19 years to the day almost for my dad. And we were out there for a funeral. My cousin passed away. And but it was great. I mean, I say that like it was a sad reason to be there, but I got to see so much family I hadn't in so many years. It was fantastic. Like the night after or the night of the funeral, we all come back to their house, and there's 20, 30 people. They have this great, huge space to, like, feed everyone. And then at about 2 o'clock in the morning, we're still going, and we go out to the bonfire. And this kid, the kid who, the youngest son, or the youngest, he happens to be the son, built this fire pit and this beautiful benched area around the fire pit. Like, really incredible stuff. Kid's only 18. But we just sat there, and then we started listening to music. And then we got drunker, and then we started singing to music, and then somebody brought out a guitar, and people started singing songs. We were up till 7 in the morning when I had to drive us home because we were leaving for the flight. So it was a wild, wild night.
Oh, geez.
Lot of Coldplay being played out there. Love the Coldplay out there. It was,
sweet baby Ray.
but it was fantastic.
Did you ask to join the coffin at that point?
No, it was fantastic, man. I loved it.
Was it just you and your dad, or did you?
Yeah, it was me and my dad. My mom couldn't make it, and then my sister stayed with my mom during the week, so she was at the house. And I ended up driving out there. That was interesting. My dad said, "Hey, listen, weather's going to be terrible. It's wintertime." He hasn't been there in 20 years, so this is all based on 20. He was so wrong on so many occasions. But he goes, it's going to be bad. It's going to be winter. It's going to be cold. We get there. It's way warmer than it is here.
Global warming.
I mean, it is 50 degrees,
and
wonderful. It's 50 and maybe a little misty, maybe a little damp, but it was never cold. Never dropped below 40. And we rented this Toyota RAV4, and it's fine in the city areas. But where my family lives is so back country that it's just paved road and dirt. So at some point, as you get closer to this house, it's a single lane road. And if another car comes there, we pass the 15-minute mark. You are so fucked. You're going to get destroyed on these back country roads.
Oh, no.
I have this massive SUV. It is just inches on each side from scraping dirt. And my dad is already freaking out from driving as he gets older. So the whole ride he was driving he was riding shotgun and he had the back down flat. And because we had not really slept at all during that trip, he just took naps while we were driving. And it was wild. But I went from Dublin to Cork, Cork to Shannon, Shannon to Cork, and then Cork back up to Dublin. So I think I drove maybe like a couple hundred miles out there.
Wow.
And it wasn't hard, the opposite side of the road. But, man, it was such a good, they do it so different out there.
Yeah. Why did you have to go from Dublin to?
So we landed in Dublin.
Because we live in
the family's in Cork. Then when we had the funeral, they ended at a crematorium. I really thought I was about to see some fucked up shit, like a coffin
right
going to the oven, and I was like, "Good Lord, this is so."
Like the matchup.
I was like, "Wow!" But it was more like a place that we would have a wake, and it's just kind of they put it behind a curtain, and it's a way more relaxed goodbye. Like it was just funny stories from a couple people.
Yeah.
And then they just closed the curtains. They played so much country music. He loved country music.
But like old country music or like new country?
New country. Like Chris Stapleton was a huge staple there. So they do it kind of weird. They went from the wake. They brought the body to the house for one last night, and then the next day they would take it. The next day they would go to the church.
In the living room.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, in the living room. Yeah. So as we're
drop you in the bed, Peter.
As we're leaving.
I mean, what's the difference at that point?
Yeah, they're taking they do. It's all ceremonial. They'll take it out of the house and into the hearse, and all of a sudden Chris Stapleton starts playing. And I'm like, what the fuck? It took me it was like such a left turn. I didn't know. But
it's smooth.
He loved he loved country. So tons of country was being played the whole time. And then they ended it with like a guy on the flute who was like his best friend, which was very sweet. Yeah, man had a fantastic head of hair.
Oh, yeah?
Could have been, honest to God, a movie star. Like, he was an older guy, like Pierce Brosnan now, with his, like, big old...
It's not fair, Joe.
Okay, they're big dog.
Yeah. All my cousins going bald, though.
Oh.
So it must be on the other side of the family that I get the hair.
Okay, all right.
Well, I mean, some of our uncles are bald.
That's true.
That's crazy.
It's just hit or miss, Joe.
Yeah.
Did you stay at your, like... grandparents or
no? So the house of the guy who passed away, he's got 5 kids, but they have this enormous house.
Yeah.
But because they've got people from England and Ireland there, we stayed at a hotel down the road.
Yeah.
And so we stayed there a couple nights, and then we drove back to Dublin the last day. Or the day before the flight, just because we didn't want to have to deal with that in the morning. Because it's like a 2.5 hour plus drive from.
Did you guys get COVID tests before you came back? Right?
That was such a pain in the ass. Yes, going there, absolutely no problem. So this happened Sunday.
Yeah,
I flew out Monday at like 2:00.
How long is the flight?
6 hours.
6 hours to Newark, New Jersey, and then 2 hours to Newark, or 2 or 3 hours to Newark, New Jersey, and then 6 hours from there to Ireland. The flight back was 8 hours, 40 minutes. It was about 9 hours long.
And that's straight from...
That was a straight flight, from Dublin to Chicago.
Almost all the time you have to go to New York or New York area to get to Ireland. Or Western Europe like that.
Yeah. You used to be able to fly out of Chicago a lot, but I think because of the rush, getting there, all we had to do was show our vaccine card. Yeah. That was it. Coming back, I had to fill out... I tried to check in. I had to do this thing called Verify. Get our fucking photos, take pictures of our negative tests, put on our Vax card stuff, put in our age, take a photo of each other on a white background. All this the night before, and I do it, and then I still can't fucking book the ticket because there's additional stuff that has to get... I went through so many fucking hoops to come back into the United States of America. It was absolutely ridiculous.
So you're saying we were okay with exporting COVID, but not so much.
Yes. Oh, man. It was like, you want to leave? Cool. Bye.
Yeah. Get on out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. How jet lag were you when you got there?
Oh, man. I didn't sleep well at all. So... I probably fell asleep for 2 hours on the flight because it was hot as balls on that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was wearing a t-shirt Everybody was sweating. At one point, the steward or I don't know what you call him now, but like the air attendant was walking through, and she's like, "My gosh, it's so hot in here. I don't understand why. There's no vents to turn on in our flight, so you're just kind of whatever the plane is pushing through their vents, which is not enough because we're dying."
What was the reason for that?
I don't know. I have no idea. It
was that to New York or was that to Ireland?
That was the flight to Ireland. So that was the long
6
one.
hours.
Like I had
6 hours. Joe Canelo just takes his shirt off.
Just bring the shirt out.
I had.
Don't judge me, people. Don't judge me.
I had that neck pillow thing.
Oh yeah.
I must have fallen asleep for 2 hours on that flight, and when I woke up, I had
The neck pillow was
sweat. I had a pool in my neck that was just from all that. So 2 hours probably on that flight. We land, and there's a 6 hour difference. So we're going forward 6 hours. And so when we land, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So we drive out to the house. We get there. They say no go, or we say it's too packed. Like, we'll stay out of your hair. Stay at the hotel. And I probably get like 4 hours of sleep that night. Then I wake up. We go all day. That's the day of the funeral. So I was up till 7. I didn't leave their house till 7:30.
Okay.
We all took a photo of us standing together. The one kid, his eyes were literally closed in the photo. Like, he was so tired and asleep. But that was the last night we were there, so nobody really wanted to say goodbye. Slept for 2 hours that night. That was from 8 to maybe 11:30.
Jesus.
So, and then drove my dad. He said it's the most hungover he's ever been in his entire life.
No, he's just old now.
As soon as he got in that car, he passed the fuck out and was snoring away. I was like, "Oh, this is what it's like for Peter."
You didn't give him any liquid IV?
Oh no, I tried to get him to drink some water though. I was like, I was the only one out there grabbing water at points. I was like, "Oh, these kids are young. They don't know. They don't know.
They don't know." Yes.
But that saved me because it was.
Oh yeah.
I slept for 2 hours and then I had to drive for another like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Back to Dublin. So.
You get to Dublin and sleep then, or?
Yeah, but it was kind of weird. I would wake up almost every hour on the hour. You know.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get it good. I never slept fully through if I did fall asleep. Yeah. So last night I was in and out of sleep I probably woke up 4 or 5 times. So, but I got the weekend, to get back to normal.
Get it, yeah. Did you get the whole week off of work?
Yeah, so I called my boss. I went in Monday to do 1099s, get that finished and shipped out, and then I got that done by noon, and my sister picked me and my dad up and took us to the airport.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's a hell of a week.
It was wild.
I'm not gonna lie. I figured you were gonna take the weekend to sleep. So that is dedication, ladies and gentlemen. That is a fan favorite dedication right there.
I'm here to brag about my fantastic fucking pick on the Cincinnati Bengals. Again, you're welcome. You're welcome.
He could not be here to bring that up.
Exactly.
You know, one nice thing that you did miss was the garbage. Absolute
garbage of a Wednesday.
Me and Chris have had this whole week has been absolute garbage.
Oh yeah, just
absolute
trash.
But Wednesday, so we get up and we were talking to my uncle and we're trying to determine if we're going to drive in the snow. And he's like, "Well, just figure it out in the morning. If it's not bad, do what you want to do." So we get up. Me and Chris both look outside. It's like a light.
Here was not bad.
Yeah, it was not bad.
I mean, it was snow was like what 4 inches.
Yeah,
it wasn't like.
But like in the morning when we woke up, it was literally maybe like an inch and a half.
Yeah. It really cumulated there in the mid morning.
So but that was before that was so we're out at 5:30.
Yeah,
light, nothing, no big issues. City streets are fine. We start to get in the suburbs, no plows at all.
Oh,
we get on the highway, zero. I haven't been on the highway where you couldn't see a line at all
in a couple of years. And so we're white knuckling the whole ride. 45. It was like an hour and a half drive. White knuckling the whole time. I was so aggravated. I'm like, what am I doing? This is absolute stupidity to drive. So it's our fault for driving in it. And you got Pepsi back there just snoring his ass off in the back seat.
Sleeping like he's never had a better night's sleep in his entire life.
I'm like
kind of like right now.
Yeah. I'm dying. I'm like,
Peter's in the car flipping like the
semis. The
state
semis are just flying by me and they're rocking me, and I'm like, "You're gonna rock me into a 360 spin right now? What are you doing?" I was so
That's how I
mad.
felt on the back roads.
Yeah.
There were so many semis. I didn't understand on such tiny roads.
Yeah.
I was like, at one point, one drove by and it shook the car, and I was like, I'm gonna die. I'm
Yeah.
gonna drive us into a ditch.
That's
I'm gonna
what
flip
I
the
felt
car.
like.
I'm gonna flip the car like a Jason Bourne movie.
Yes.
It's going down.
I was
It's
so
going
pissed.
down.
Absolutely so pissed. And poor Chris over there was just like, I don't know why I'm out here. You know, we shouldn't
Yep.
be doing this.
We
right
got a
now.
VPN, guys. There's a reason for it.
Yeah.
I literally like we get on the 88 and I'm like, we should just get off at Highland. We work from the Downers Grove office.
Oh, you drove way out
And
all the way out there.
Peter flew past that and was like, "No, we're gonna make it all the way."
Listen, if I'm gonna die, I'm going all the way, baby.
And then Peter's like, "What do you think? Farnsworth gonna be good?" I'm like, "It's gonna be golden, crystal clear roadway." Sarcastic as all hell because you get on it, not even plowed.
So that
Which car are you driving?
Subaru.
and there's no. I'm
Thank
never.
God for the Super.
I'm never gonna. No, you're right. I'm never gonna have a car that has 2-wheel drive ever again.
Yeah.
So we come home that night. Chris has a date. Lady didn't want to cancel. Snowstorm.
Wow.
So this is trooper. Absolute
Amazing.
trooper.
Real trooper, that lady.
Yep.
How'd that go out? Work out for you.
It worked out well.
Nice.
So so he goes out on the date. So I, owning properties, have to go out and shovel. And I'm like, Chris, you know what? I don't want you getting trapped tonight. This is a big deal for you. You go take the 4-wheel drive.
Yep,
Me and
like a champion.
Me and Bart over here go out and we're scraping the car down and we're getting it going. Get out, get stuck. I'm like, this is gonna be a long day. Get down, we finally get out of the spot. We get down to the end of the block, get stuck again. Now and there's cars coming. I'm like, just go. I'm like waving people. I'm so mad. Hey, finally get the car. Get on the main streets because they hadn't plowed the side streets. We get on the main street, we're fine. Get into a spot, get over to this, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, how am I going to park by this place, by the rental property? There's not going to be anywhere to park. So I find a spot, get in there. I knew immediately I was stuck. I'm like, mother. So we go shovel this freaking place out. An hour later, get in the car, can't get out. Okay, me and Pepsi get out. We shovel this out. Finally get all the way home. But it's like 9 o'clock at night. So I've been up since 5:30, exhausted, 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Last final good deed was I
He
shoveled
shoveled a little bit of spot out for me. What a guy. What a champion. I appreciate it so much.
I swear to God, I'll never have a 2-wheel car. This is a big SUV. It'll get stuck at the smallest little minor spot.
And then
That's why you want to get a garage, too.
And then we were real geniuses.
Get a garage.
And then we're real geniuses because we decided to let the Subaru go into the shop the next day to get some work done on it. So we had to take that car out to the suburbs again.
Ooh.
And so because our window just randomly stopped working, I had like a little crack. This on the Subaru.
No.
That was the best.
And
That
it's
was
so cold.
that was the
Did you
best.
just duct tape it? What did you do?
Oh no, it's open.
No, it's open. That was the best on Wednesday. We come
Good
out
air
of
conditioning.
we come out of the office. We're getting ready to go home, and Peter opens the door and he's like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Did water get in or something?" He shows me his door and it's just all covered in snow because of the little crack in the window.
It's been a long week, Joe.
Oh my god.
Well, we may as well. If, this is bitch the hour. Might as well get the last one out. Is if DoorDash and Panda E can suck mine and Chris's dick.
Wait, what is the second one?
Panda E. Oh, and DoorDash.
What
DoorDash,
does Panda eat?
Oh, Panda Express.
Panda Express.
Oh, okay.
Panda E and DoorDash can suck our balls. So So Thursday. It's been a long fucking week, Joe. I come home and I'm
Just
like,
want orange chicken.
Nico Moon gets canceled.
yes. Oh, that's the other thing. So I have a hard workout. I'm getting on the Stairmaster. I'm just I wanted to check the time of Nico Moon. So I go in my email, and my first effing email is Nico Moon canceled, and I'm just like, I can't take it. So I text Chris, and I'm just I have to do the Stairmaster for 30 minutes, just absolutely downtrodden. It was miserable. Whatever.
Did you play some Nico Moon while you're doing it?
Oh yeah, of course. So
I'm not gonna hear him tonight. I might as well hear him right now.
And so that night I was exhausted and I was drained. I'm like, Chris, I don't want to cook. Let's just order some food. He's like, we've been craving some Panda E.
Yeah.
So 7:15ish.
Solid call, Chris.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yep.
7:15. Chris orders. Should be there about 7:45. Chris gets a text around 7:45, 6 minutes away. So we send Pepsi to kind of look, see where we're at. We're getting excited,
It's about to be go time.
Oh, it is like mouth water, ready to attack. 20 minutes later, nothing. I'm like, what's going on here? He said 6 minutes ago. So, and then I don't know, the guy like jumps out, runs up, drops it, and runs back. And we're like, oh, okay, great, let's go. I go and grab the bag. It looks kind of small, but I'm like, maybe it's just a small bag. I bring it in.
I can already tell that it's fucked.
Yeah, I can see it as Chris is walking in the kitchen. He's just like...
He's just pissed. He's like, God damn it.
And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, I'm ready to go. What are you talking about? We got the most random... So we ordered all meats because we're on the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
We got all the rice. All the rice. Mounds of rice. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
So, and then we're like, what do we do? Because we're starving. It's 8:15, 8:30.
Yeah.
Chris is like, cancel it. I'll get our money back. Patrick, you order another round. So Chris is going to cancel it. Patrick's working on ordering it. He sees reorder button. Chris,
You can have they have an option now where you can get the food resent if you want
Yeah.
it. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to resent. Click it, send it.
So, and then Pepsi accidentally hit send on his. So we thought we were going to get double the order. We're like, oh no. So Pepsi's
canceling his.
trying to cancel his. We're waiting on them to confirm. Pepsi finally gets his canceled. Chris is like, they said, okay, yeah, we're going to reorder it. 8:35, starving. 8:40, starving. Getting a little nervous. DoorDash isn't confirming, but they're saying our order's in.
Yeah.
I'm like, Chris, how late is this place open until? 9 o'clock. Chris is like, they're not going to come.
No.
Oh, so 8:55. I'm like, Chris? He's like, yeah. Just and then Chris canceled immediately. Like, oh, yeah, here's your money back. And I'm just like, you mother. Oh.
So what you end up eating?
We had like a meatball.
The White Castle.
No.
These 4 meatballs that Peter got from lunch, and these little bread things that he's made that are made out
At
of
that
egg
point at
whites.
9 o'clock, you call it.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
It's a loss all around.
It's an absolute loss. And
Pepsi's sitting there eating the pandy that we incorrectly got, just enjoying his life.
he was actually trying to be nice about
Good
it.
rice.
Yeah. But so that just a week, you know how. And then poor Chris, he got dinner. It was messed up too. So sometimes you just have a bad
You
week.
can't just win.
Yeah, sometimes.
So
But
if they screw up the steak place tonight, it is going to be on. I'm going to throw somebody in the Chicago River. It's going to
And
happen.
You can't.
no, and to
because-
talk about that, I was going to bring this up too.
Yeah.
Did you see the kid?
Yeah.
So did you guys see this story?
Is this the story that you were telling me
Oh,
about?
yeah. So a young student in Chicago walked out onto Lake Michigan.
Yep.
He thought he was just walking on Lincoln Park. Didn't think anything of it until he turned and he's seen all the skyscrapers, all the like residential, everything, and he's like, uh-oh. And then he kind of looked around and he's like, uh-oh. Decides to walk back, come back. People see him from like their apartments and condos and stuff, and call like, hey, there's some kid like out there. Like,
How old is this person?
He was a college student.
He's an idiot.
How did he get in college when he walked on the lake?
But it wasn't like where usually you see like the drop offs. He was way over here and he just it just walked right in.
Yep.
Like, it was a clear path right onto the lake.
But he did not realize it was like icy.
Well, he was bundled up. It almost looked like he was wearing like a parka type
Yes,
thing.
he was
So
just he probably he's a
probably
college
like,
kid.
He's probably like Pepsi, like in his phone
Yes.
the whole entire time.
Not realizing,
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a little
Not
sketchy today.
realizing that he's
He's like,
an idiot.
listen, it's getting really cold out here. I'm just gonna keep my head down and
Yeah.
keep walking
Yes.
forward, right?
And then but the best part was, so the kid's walking back, he's fine. Like he could have definitely died, but he's walking fine. And the fire department racing out there in their little boat thing they're dragging, and they got 2 guys out there, and then the kid's just walking. He's like, hey, how's it going? Walking, and then they force him to get into the pontoon. So they have to drag him in. But the one dude behind the pontoon couldn't stand on his 2 feet for the life of him. This kid had walked 1,000 miles out into Lake Michigan.
Oh,
no problem.
yeah.
The guy here, literally every step down. Gets up, down, gets up,
At least I go
down.
through the ice.
Yeah, no, so I'm like, get this guy in the pontoon. The kid could carry this kid.
Yeah.
Oh, the best part though was the media, the news. They wanted to make it into something bigger than it was.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
Is a kid? Was he having health issues? And then the fire chief was like, no, I think he's just a student. He kind of
He's
got lost.
just an idiot.
No, he's
I
just,
heard
he's
people
dumb.
implying that he was like drunk or something
Yeah.
like that, and it's like
They were trying to make a big deal.
No, he's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
dumb. He's just really dumb.
You just
Listen,
didn't realize
it
it was out in the middle of the lake.
A moment, a lapse in judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, yeah, you're just walking.
Yo, kind of like when you ran into Lake Michigan.
Completely different, unrelated. Story dismissed. Moving on.
I need to hear that story later.
Yeah.
Off the podcast.
That's for the OnlyFans
Yeah.
version or the Patreon version.
I just kept reading like, oh, this kid must have been having a mental breakdown, and like, no, he He probably thought he could get closer to school by cutting across this big field, not realizing it was Lake Michigan.
Yep.
It's a little icy, but I think I can make it.
Yep. You know what? He was doing better than that
Yes,
guy.
I swear to
Trained
God.
professional. He's walking. Man, it's like a penguin. Just bloop, bloop, bloop,
Yes, he
bloop,
has. He
bloop,
couldn't do
bloop, 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 bloop. And then this guy comes in. I'm gonna save you.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yes.
He just slipping.
Oh, it was too good. All right, so I'm drinking. Chris, read this for me, baby boy.
The Blau Weisse.
It's a
blue, white, something.
yeah. It's pretty good. It's a Habertor craft beer. I'm liking it.
Nice. I actually mine.
What you sipping on, Joe, or Pat?
Coors Light.
Thank you. Chris?
The mountains are blue.
Mine is a Wittmann
Uchaslachen.
Landshooter Special Latin Brauerei.
There were so many syllables.
A lot of it's a very wordy beer.
I've got the Turbo Prop Imperial Pills by Propeller Beer.
Your driver will be there in
BIER.
13 minutes.
Perfect.
They were drinking Coors in Ireland.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, what a great bunch of
Baby-
people. Love
baby-
the Irish.
Baby. Yeah, baby Blue Mountains.
Did they, sorry, Pat, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Did you get a Guinness?
Mm-hmm.
How's the Guinness out there? As good as they recommended?
It's sweeter out there. It tastes better,
Yeah.
Is it true that a lot of the beer out there is served room temperature?
No, everything I got was cold. Yeah.
I mean, if they're serving Coors Light, Chris. The
Yeah,
mountains aren't blue. They can't be serving it.
That's what I wanted to make sure of here.
No, we're gonna have an international incident right now
I
about them
won't lie.
misusing Coors Light.
Yeah.
The cans, they probably keep them in a warmer temperature, but it's not like here you get it. It's ice cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's as
There-
cold as the Rockies. I get
Yeah.
it.
There, it's a little bit less.
It's not as cold as the Rockies. Out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
It's
more
as
like,
cold
it's
as
like a light
like-
blue, not a hard blue like these.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
as cold as the Galloway. The
There's
hills out
probably
there.
a lot of people out there. You know how? Well, no.
Did you tell your family you have a podcast?
No.
Joseph!
I didn't.
We're gonna go
We
international!
want some
I'll be
Irish
100%
fans out
honest.
there.
It didn't even come up. It all moved very
They
quickly.
didn't ask you
out
what you're
there.
doing, Joe, and you talking about your stupid job? Come on.
Come on.
Those are the
Yeah.
important things in life here.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend,
Yeah.
fiance.
Yeah.
This is what you need to be
No one
doing!
cares about that nonsense.
Sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know what? You came here today. We
30
appreciate it.
lashes for you later, Joseph.
Oh man.
Pat can't wait. Get his costume on and whip you. We don't have to worry about the lock of the week this week. We'll get that from Joe next week.
Yep.
Who's gonna win the Pro Bowl, Joe? The AFC, the NFC?
Is it still the AFC and NFC?
I don't know.
Who cares?
There have been a whole lot of
That
stuff.
is the
on.
correct answer.
Yeah.
I will have. So again, we're doing the squares this year. I will have those out tomorrow. If you're listening and you want a free square, the first two people who subscribe to either A, reach out to us on the S&P podcast at gmail.com or subscribe to YouTube's, and I'll reach out to you from there. We'll give 2 squares free spots, and so that's a gift card. I think it was what, 50? I think we do $50.
You'll have to
quarter?
drop a-
Yeah, or maybe it's
Probably.
more than that. I'll have to look it up. But it'll be a gift card to you with maybe a T-shirt, with a little T-shirt, Pat.
Little T-shirt.
Do we want to bring down the podcast for the next 5 minutes? Anybody want to talk about?
I mean, your bitch session for the first
Yeah.
half an hour pretty brought it down.
Listen, I had to.
Listen,
those were
that
rants.
wasn't a down part of the
Yeah,
podcast.
that
was a what's chapping Peter's rear, what's grinding
Yeah.
his gears type moment.
Yeah.
Was there any good news
Listen,
this week?
that's what
You know what I
America.
mean, Pat?
That's
We
what
all
America
can't
is
live
built
this-
on right now.
We can't all live in this rosy life of yours
Yeah.
where you climb down the stairs and you jerk yourself off in your little back room over here, okay?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, don't be jealous.
Well, you're damn right I'm jealous. That took me 2 hours to get to work on Wednesday.
That was Chris's special time, all right? Peter ruined his special
There
time.
was no nap time on Wednesday.
And the man needs a nap, as you can tell. He's a little crabby. Joe, did you see any of you or seen or read any of the stuff about with Joe Rogan?
No.
They're all the people
they're
are
working
canceling
their-
Spotify.
I've seen 2 things. Neil Young is no longer on Spotify, and then
Is that
Is that
why?
right?
Why is that? Or,
because
Is that
of
his
Paul's
name?
music, because of
Is
Joe
it-
Rogan.
oh no, not Neil Young or Neil Young or I thought I was thinking Neil Brennan. I'm sorry.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
No,
You're right.
Neil Young.
Neil
Yes,
Young.
you're
that,
right.
and then I've been seeing The Rock and who's the guy who used to host the Daily Show?
Jon Stewart.
Jon
I
Stewart.
was about to say John Oliver. For some
The
reason.
guy who did, who was in
so
Queen
the
of,
new
all
thing-
supporting him for
Yes.
something, but I don't know what it is.
Because they're upset that he brings on scientists to refute the.
They're trying to cancel him
the mainstream
Okay.
thoughts on COVID.
Yeah,
because he's taking horse tranquilizers.
got it.
So he said a couple scientists on that, and he came out and said, "Hey, listen, you guys are right. I should have other guys who can refute them on after them." But he's like, "Listen, I'm not trying to throw out misinformation. I'm trying to give other types of information." And
Yeah.
the one guy, if you look at the guy's credentials, he's not bringing on like Alex Jones to tell you how to do. He's actually
Yeah.
bringing on like
Oh
scientists.
man, Alex Jones,
Yeah.
there you go.
But so then, like, they came to defend him for that because everybody's trying to leave. But then now the new thing is to the repeat of all the times Joe has said the N-word on the podcast. Like, and this has been, they've done this like a few times already. Like, because he did say it. He used to say it back in the day, like on the podcast, like with Ralphie May, with Joey Diaz, and it was just more, he would say it in reference to Richard Pryor and
Red Fox.
Red Fox, yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to cancel him for that. And then one guy went at The Rock about it. And The Rock's like, I have to look at my comments or, because in my support to Joe Rogan, I have to learn. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. They're trying.
The Rock is trying to sell tequila bottles, all right?
They're trying so
Hey,
hard.
I heard he's making a new Call of Duty movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he just announced some movie.
I wonder how,
Based on a video game.
what's crazy about tequila is Kendall Jenner's tequila is like the number one selling tequila right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know if it's any good or if that's just the name?
No, she just came out like she's got like one of the. I remember, there was some like picture of her and she was drinking her tequila and it said in there like 2021 like top like up and coming brand or something.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's just because it's her and the whole family
Yeah.
shenanigans, but the other part of that is the Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. That's also all over the news.
What's going on there?
They're getting divorced.
one
And
cares.
it's so
Oh.
nasty. I kind of love when divorces like that get nasty. It makes me giggle because they try to say, oh, it's going to be peaceful, and there's just too much money. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking probably like $500 million. They're trying to split up.
Wow, that's going to be a long time.
Kanye's gonna get it all.
Kanye's
They
got to.
both
Why
have-
does not anybody think Kanye is really? Is not anybody else think Kanye is absolutely nuts? Like,
Oh,
he-
yeah, 100%.
He's crazy like a fox.
he is how does not anybody like
They both are super rich, though. Why don't they just literally go, hey, what we had before, break it apart. Now we're, it's
Because
such
you
an
always
ego
want to
thing.
win.
Just
He
think
wants to
ego.
win.
That's it.
Yeah. They can be rational
Such
each
an
other, so-
ego thing.
Also, they have kids, so whenever you have kids involved, it's always nice.
That is true. But it's like, even if they were neither one of them were to give each other $1, they'd not have to worry about
I think it's
money
more.
the
I think
rest
it's
of
more
their
about
life.
the principle than
That's wild.
And then Tom Brady retiring this.
That was on the news in Ireland.
Yeah.
the goat.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, we're lucky to see. He literally.
We're lucky that he's gone. It's so great.
No, he's the
If Aaron
best.
Rodgers leaves, maybe the Bears will win more than 4 games a year.
I honestly like when we were watching Michael Jordan. You didn't get to appreciate how good he was, like the best of all time. And now that just thinking about it now, you really got to watch. There's not going to be a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
You know what?
He's had more Super Bowl wins than any franchise.
We got Joe Burrow, baby.
You know what his career highlight is?
What's that? Breaking
Breaking Brian Urlacher's freaking ankles on 4th and 1.
He's like, Tom, what's your best career moment? You guys are gonna think 7 rings. No. 54, Chicago. Broke those ankles, baby.
Broke those ankles.
I love the pictures of him at the combine. It's like the most ridiculous thing. Why are we taking pictures of him in his boxers?
Yep.
Like, what are
Love
we
it.
doing?
Yup.
They do that with everybody in there. I feel like if you're not like a first 2-run prospect, they should just cut that out. That's just discrimination.
That's just rude.
Also, why do they got to look at your body, man?
Yeah.
It's so
Let's
stat
be honest.
driven.
If you're not DK Metcalf, you shouldn't be taking.
Yeah,
You shouldn't
exactly.
be taking anybody's.
I don't like to take my shirt off.
DK Metcalf looks like the Nagano, like they took like a chunk of Nagano out and like created a separate human being.
Yeah,
That's what he looks like.
And then all the I mean, not the poor NFL. That was I don't know why I said that, but it was the NFL with the Super Bowl coming up, and then the Brian Flores just going to Bill Belichick. I don't know if you know the show, but Bill Belichick texts Brian Flores.
He's an old man who can't text.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Who congratulated Brian Flores as getting the New York job. Mm-hmm. Then realized he had said the wrong guy. So he had to apologize. Like, hey, no, you're not getting the job. This other guy's getting the job. So Brian Flores is like, this is BS. Why am I getting an interview if they already got their guy?
Yeah.
And we had to give him because of the Rooney Rule.
We got
So-
to interview minority candidates.
Yeah.
Justin.
So he's
wow.
suing the NFL.
Yeah, and a lot of teams abuse that kind of rule.
And he's still a finalist for the Houston Texans job
That's wild.
somehow.
What time we at, Joe?
45 minutes.
Okay. It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter one this week.
Yep, unfortunately.
How much time we got on there?
They got he's literally at Foster and Cicero.
So
he
this
said.
weekend or this Saturday, we're having our Christmas party for our business and the podcast. So it's gonna be a little bit of a short one this week. Anybody else got anything they want to add in real quick? Pat, you haven't said much today. Come on, get me in here. Give the people what they want.
Have you guys thought of movies that you watch when you're a kid and you watch them when you're older and you forgot how good they were?
I actually was thinking about watching Dodgeball again because
Good movie.
Yep.
I watched Grumpy Old Men this week, and I haven't seen it since I was a kid with my grandmother. That movie is still fucking hilarious.
Is that the one with when he's got the hot lady?
Walter Matthau. No, that's the second one.
The
Which one do you like? The first one or the
yeah.
second one?
The first one's better. The Jack
Really?
Lemmon's dad in that first one is probably the funny. He was Mickey Rocky Balboa's
Yeah,
coach.
yeah.
He's the
Yeah,
old
yeah,
guy.
yeah. Always the best in
And
that.
he's using lines
Yeah.
like the one guy goes to the hot lady. So he's like, looks like Charlie's taking one-eyed Willie to the optometrist. I almost fell over laughing with this old man cracking one-liners.
One thing I don't do well is I can't watch movies twice. I like a movie, that's it. I watch it once, and I don't really rewatch movies.
Yeah.
I should do that.
Be nice. Yeah.
I'd watch
Go
Rocky
back
Old
to
Men. It's
some
good
old
stuff. Funny stuff.
I remember renting that at Blockbuster.
It's funny.
I'll never forget. I remember thinking the second one with the hot chick. I remember thinking she was just, and she's still pretty good looking for and she's 80 right now, and she was in her 60s then.
Yeah.
Thinking oh my god, she is gorgeous.
It's wild.
Chris, you got anything? You weren't talking to either.
No,
Come on. You
I
didn't, do
said
any,
more. I said more than you guys.
you didn't do any research this week, did you?
Not
Didn't
really.
need to.
Yeah.
Not me too.
Because we had Joe giving a good story.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right, buddy.
He took a lot of pressure off of you.
No, what are you talking about?
You're-
I'm here. Game time, baby.
No, you weren't.
Game time.
No.
You just regurgitated the crap that you had.
Yeah, exactly. You regurgitated the crap I was in with you the whole
Sometimes you gotta
entire
do what
week.
you gotta do, boys.
And
All
on
right,
that
now-
note, we're out of here. Bye.